Morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello, Fatima and Sabrina. Thank you for joining the class. How are you today?
Hello, good morning. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, great.
How are you?
I'm fine. I was reading something and I didn't notice that you were here. Okay, well, let's start. We're going to start today with the lesson B of the last unit of the book. And this is the last book. Did you know that? You didn't know? Yeah, so I was told yesterday that I should ask you if you start, if you where, when did you start with the classes? And another question before I forget is if you studied the book Passages 1. Do you
I don't
remember?
know, teacher. Maybe we just studied the one book before that. Maybe just
Because
two books. I'm not sure.
this is Passages 2. This book is Passages 2. I don't know if you studied the first one, the Passages 1.
I'm not, I don't remember.
You
I'm not
don't
sure.
remember.
No.
Mhm. Okay. But when did you start? In your case, Fatima, when did you start with this group? Last year?
Yeah, yes, it was last year, but I'm not sure what month. It's the same as Sabrina, I think. I don't know if you remember, Sabrina.
Last year, I remember, but I'm not sure about the exactly date.
The month. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Okay, so probably when you joined the group, it was intermediate level or advanced level?
Advanced.
Dance.
Advanced level. Mhm. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
It
probably
was
maybe
okay.
you studied only this book, only the passages two. Well, we're gonna figure it out. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your information. Okay, so we have here the lesson B, and the topic is the new work. Well, we're going to learn about attitudes at work. So, what kinds of working conditions would you like at your job? This is interesting. We have some statements here, and you have to choose the ones you agree with. What are you looking for in a job? Okay, so Fatima, you read 1 to 4, and Sabrina, you read from 5 to 8, please.
Okay. What are you looking for in a job? One, I will be happier and more productive if my workspace were neat and organized. Two, I will, I will take almost any job provided that there were opportunities to learn. Three, I wouldn't care about a high salary if a job allowed me to balance my work, family, and social life. And fourth, I wouldn't mind working in an office, assuming that I have the freedom to be creative.
Five, if the company I work for deal fairly with me, I will be loyal to it. Six, I will only take a job on the condition that it offered long-term security. Seven, I will quit a job that required me to be dishonest, whether or not it were high paying. And eight, supposing I had the choice, I would prefer to work with a group rather than by myself.
Okay. So, which of these statements you agree with?
I agree with the one. I would be happier and more productive if my workspace were neat and organized because I think that it's really important to have um, a good space and an adequate space to work. Also, I mean, at office and also at my home because some of the days at week I have to work from home. So I think that the space is really important to avoid distractions and also to get an environment that allow me to think and be like more um, concentrada. I don't know. I don't remember how to say
Focused,
focus
focused or
on
concentrated.
my job. Mhm.
Okay, great. Thank you. Is there another one?
The two also. I will take almost any job provide me that there were opportunities to learn. I think it's really important. For example, here in Adobe, we have those kinds of opportunities to improve our English. So I think it's really nice to us. And also, I'm taking an Excel course from Adobe. So I think it's nice because the companies worry about our learning.
Wow, that's nice to know. Uh, yeah, because not all the companies, or yeah, they give you those opportunities for free, right? Okay. I like the number three. I wouldn't care about a high salary if a job allowed me to balance my work, family, and social life. Because life is not only about work. Mhm. You need to be happy. I think you need to be balanced, right? You need your family, you need your friends, you need to have social life, and obviously you need to work, right? But so I wouldn't care if I don't have like a high salary, but if I have time to do the other things. What do you think about it?
I think that I agree with you, but always that I have the enough money to pay my house and my thing, I think I'm okay. But if the salary doesn't allow me to pay my things, I think I have to change it.
Yeah, of course. But I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, like a salary that is like enough for you to survive, to live. Maybe not to survive, but to live okay. But not like a high salary, but you don't have time for anything. Okay, what about number four? What do you think, Fatima?
Um, what am I working in office or something? Yes, I agree with that. Um, I think that it doesn't matter. In my case, it doesn't matter if, uh, like, well, no, in this case, it matters because I think that in if the company allows you like to share your ideas or like to be like sharing what you think, right? Or if you have got a new way to do things in that is going to be like in a good way in order to get the things to do the things better. And if the company got like this mm, apertura, or I don't know how to say this, Uh,
Openness.
it, it's if the company is
Openness.
open to hear you, it's something good because it also means that the company or your boss or your work, your teamwork hears you, right? So uh, I think if your ideas are good and are going to create like good things with with your way of work, it's important because if not, you feel like you are just closing and you are just doing what what others are saying.
Okay.
So
So as you can see in the picture, can you see the picture? The woman feels like overwhelmed with lots of papers. So, well, sometimes like working in an office could be a little monotonous. But it says in the sentence, I wouldn't mind working in an office, assuming that I had the freedom to be creative. So, yeah, as Fatima said, it is important that you feel your ideas are taken into consideration, right? And that you can not only do the same thing, but you can have some freedom to do something different or to include your ideas or put them into practice. Be creative. Mhm. Okay, number five. If the company I work for dealt fairly with me, I will be loyal to it. What do you think about it? Dealt fairly? Understand that phrase? It
like
means, mhm,
tratado justamente.
yeah, the company treats you in a good way, with benefits, equally, with justice, in a reasonable way. Mhm.
I agree with that. I think that in a company, you should focus on where both, like in this case, the company mm, and
The
their
employees,
yeah, with them, it's like a 50 and 50 of win. Yeah, both have
exactly.
to look for their benefits in order to help each other, right? Because both are focused on an objective that is going to be like have good results for the company. So if that happens, it will be happen for both as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think the employees remain loyal when they feel right that the company is giving them benefits, is appreciating their job. So, yeah, you feel that, right? That you want to be loyal to them. Okay. And six, I would only take a job on the condition that it offer long-term security. So what do you think about it? On the condition that it offered long-term security.
think that it's good to have an offer that is long-term security, but not all the companies are offering that. For example, here in Adoc, we had a contract just for 1 year, and every year the document is like renewing.
Yes, renewed.
So
Mhm.
so I mean it's because there are a lot of things in the account department, and that's why they have to end the contract and then had a new contract for a new year. But I mean, it's not a long-term security, but
Um,
it's a good job. So I think I disagree with that because in this case, in our job is not a long-term security.
But even though it's just 1 year contract, you know that it's a stable. It's a stable company because it's a big company. So you don't have the risk that, well, when small businesses or small companies, what can happen is that if it's not like it's not big, it can be affected with the economy or with other factors. But you know that if a dog is really big, so if there is, I don't know, there's something like a natural disaster or even a fire, I don't know. But I think that wouldn't make the company go down because it has a secure, an insurance. Let me see, it has an insurance and it will find a way to help the employees if there's it's something like that occurs. But in small companies or small businesses, if that occurs, maybe the company would continue or the business wouldn't continue because they don't have like the resources to do it. But I think a dog is like a very secure company, very stable. Mhm. Okay, so that is also a factor to be considered. And seven, I will quit a job that require me to be dishonest, whether or not it were high paying. Mhm.
I agree with that. Yes, I think that is part of your values. So if that doesn't focus doesn't follow your values, and I think that at the end, at some point, you're if you're being like dishonest and also the company, at some point it's going to be like it's going to have their results, their bad results, because if they are not doing like something in a correct way, maybe the justice or something related to that is going to follow them, and you're going to go in that in part of it's going to be like part of that. So in my case, I will do that. I
Yeah, I
will
would do
keep.
it too. I would do
Mhm.
it too. I would quit. Yeah. And well, believe it or not, but this happens. This happens, right? hmm I know people who have to quit their jobs because the company wanted them to be dishonest, especially when it's like accountants, because they manage the numbers,
Mhm.
the numbers of the company. So yeah. And the last one, supposing I had the choice, I would prefer to work with a group rather than by myself.
My case, I'm 50-50 with that because I like to work in team, but also I like to work by myself. So I think I am happy with the both.
Okay.
Same as Sabrina. Sorry.
Okay. Well, most of the time I work by myself. Most of the time. And I think we get accustomed to it. Well, last year I was in a team of teachers in person. Yeah, it was okay. But sometimes it can be well, it was a public school, so that can be a little bit complicated. But yeah, most of the time I'm working by myself with my students. Okay, good. But I like to be part of a team because you get more ideas. Mm-hmm. I used to work in another place, but that was very nice. The environment was pretty good. We share with the other teachers because all the teachers were only English. So that's different, right? When you work only with the same area. It was nice because we share the ideas for dynamics and activities in class. So that was nice. Okay, now let's talk about dream job. We have a checklist of considerations in choosing a job. You can add two more items to the list, two more ideas, and then choose the three items that are the most important to you. So let's read which ones we have here. The ideal job. Okay, can you read them, please? Who would like to read them?
I'm going to do it. The ideal job allows me to travel often, offers me a high salary, isn't stressful at all, doesn't require long hours, gives me the freedom to be creative, has a flexible schedule, and lets me wear casual clothes, has an excellent health plans and benefits, has lots of opportunity for advancement, and is close to my home or school.
You can add two more ideas. But now I have to think about it. Two more ideas. It's interesting to know
Maybe,
what people think are important for choosing a job. Yes, Arina?
maybe the ideal job is flexible and allow me to work from home.
Hey, that one. Okay, allows me to work from home. Yeah, I like the way you do it because it's not every day. It's just um every other day, right? One day at home, one day in the office, right? Is it like that in your case?
Yes.
Okay, so it's nice because you're not going every day to the office. You're not staying home every day that to the point you say, "Oh, I'm bored because I'm at home all the time." So it's like, well, I don't know how you feel like that, but I think it's good that you go to the office every other day. Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, it has like a balance, not just staying at home because at the end it's also stressful at the end if you only stay at your home, right? Uh, so you can like balance both sides.
Yeah, it's because if, for example, I remember with my brothers during the pandemic when they were at home, they were stressful because there are more distractors, a lot of distractions at home, the noise of the neighbors. So yeah, but if it's not every day, it's okay. Mhm. Okay, so that will be an idea to add. Let me see if we can add it here. Let me annotate. Where is X here?
Mhm. Maybe provides paid vacation and time off.
And can you repeat your idea, please?
Provides paid vacations and time off.
Okay, provides time vacation.
Mhm. Pay vacation.
Okay, and time off. And well, for opportunities for advancement, that's good. But I would add another one. I would add like the one that was before, provides learning opportunities. So now let's talk about what is your ideal job? What benefits or what characteristics has the ideal job for you or the dream job? We have the example here. For me, the ideal job should have a flexible schedule so that I always have time for family and social life.
Mm, I think that in my case, the ideal job uh, should have a good salary, a flexible schedule, and give me the enough time, free time for my family and my personal life. And also a job that allows me to travel and learn.
Okay, nice, Sabrina. Well, those are good things to take into consideration. What about you, Fatima? What
In
would
my
you consider?
case, yeah, for me, the ideal job is the one that provides a good work-life balance and also like a job security and also it gives me like a balance a balanced salary that allows me to get with all my responsibility. Also that got like also something really important is the one that got that has lots of opportunities for advancements and provide learning opportunities in order to develop new skills over all the time and also allows me to travel as well.
Okay, but because this is dream, right? Dream job. So for me, I think the dream job is close to my home or school. It's close to my home really because I hate traffic. Yeah,
Yes.
I think that yeah, I hate when it takes a lot of time for you to get to work. Oh yeah, that's a pain in the neck. So the dream job is close to my home. It's the dream job, right? The ideal job. And also for me, the dream job doesn't require long hours because yeah, as I like to have time to do other things too for family, friends, and personal. Mhm. And it takes my attention or it catches my attention. This one lets me wear casual clothes. So for some people, it's important that.
Yes.
Yeah, I love this because I don't like high heels. So I try to avoid high heels. And for example, here in Adobe, we can wear formal casual, something like that. So I can bring my tennis.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, my in my first job, they were very strict with the
Let's go.
dressing. Yeah, with the dress code, they were very strict. Men have men have to wear a tie, a formal shirt, and they were I remember the men hated the tie because sometimes the weather was hot. So for them, yeah, I remember that. In our case, it was more flexible with the girls, but yeah, we couldn't wear jeans, only
Mm.
formal clothes, and we couldn't wear sandals.
Okay. Just
Yes.
like those
Mhm.
are two.
Yeah, and they were very strict with the dress code. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, in the other jobs, I had one in which they were very flexible. Yeah, I could go in with my sneakers, jeans, but obviously, right, respecting, right, respecting the others. Yeah, but I remember that my first job, it was like that. Yeah, in high heels. So it's very tiring. In my case, that I was standing many hours teaching because I couldn't sit in my first job. I couldn't sit at all. I was not allowed to sit. So it was very tiring to wear high heels. So no, that was not a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So good. So thank you for giving your opinion about dream job or ideal jobs. Okay, so now we're going to learn about the use of would. Albert classes of conditions. Again, we're going to continue learning about conditionals, but in this case, without using if. We learned in the previous grammar lesson that we can use the subject verb inversion for conditionals, and in this case, we're gonna see other expressions that we can use in order to express conditions. It says here that the tense agreement in the clauses is the same as in the conditional sentences with if. For example, provided that, or you can use on the condition that introduces a condition on which another situation depends. For example, I would take almost any job provided that there were opportunities to learn. So provided that substitutes if. I would take almost any job if there were opportunities to learn, right? It's the same, but you are using another phrase. I would only take a job on the condition that it offered long-term security. So I would only take a job if it offered long-term security. Mhm. So the phrases substitutes or replaces if, but they have the same meaning, the same structure for the conditional sentences. Okay? Another one is whether or not introduces a condition that doesn't influence another situation. I would quit a job that required me to be dishonest, whether or not if we're high paying. Mhm. So in this case, it doesn't influence another, it's a condition that it doesn't make another result or doesn't influence another situation. Okay? Assuming that introduces an assumption upon which another condition depends. In this one, yes, there is a dependent sentence. I wouldn't mind working in an office, assuming that I had the freedom to be creative. So, what is the condition? That I have the freedom to be creative. Supposing that introduces a possible condition that could influence another situation. Supposing I have the choice, or if I have the choice, I would prefer to work with a group rather than by myself. Mhm. Okay, so these are other adverb clauses of condition. The phrases are adverb clauses of condition. Okay, let's practice them. We're going to match the items to make logical sentences. The number to the letter. Okay? So
Teacher,
whether or not, yes, Sarita?
sorry, teacher. I have to go because today we had a supplier is gonna visit us. So I need to prepare some things. I'm sorry.
Okay, I will send you this so you can do the exercise later.
Thank you so much. Bye. Bye, Patty.
Have a nice
Bye,
weekend.
Sally. Me as well, Miss. I got a meeting and I need to download some documents and prepare something.
Okay,
So I
so
need
the
to go.
exercise will be your homework.
Okay,
Okay, see you
okay,
Monday, Fatima. Bye
okay.
bye.
Have a nice weekend. Thank you. Bye.
You too.